Welcome back. Joining me now is Kole Hansen, who is an accomplished singer, songwriter, author. The list goes on and on. We're so happy to have you here. Thank you so much.
It's fantastic to be here. Musicians aren't used to being up quite this early.
I know. It's okay. You're saying you've got about 3 hours of sleep. So
yeah,
we're happy that you have the energy to come on our show today.
Definitely.
Now, you are originally from Salt Lake City,
Correct.
and you're in town. You're playing a couple of shows. You played last night. How'd it go?
It went really well, actually. You know, I mean, we always love to have more people, but I was surprised. I had a really great time, actually.
Good. And you live in Austin?
Correct.
Okay. And so how long have you been singing and performing?
I come from a family of musicians, so my parents, I grew up singing anyway. I didn't really start picking up guitar and all that till about 2 years ago. Before that, I dabbled, but I never really learned much in guitar.
Well, I'm sure you're very, very talented. You also wrote a book. Now, talk about your book. It's very personal. It kind of goes into a little bit of your past. Definitely. Talk about what your main focus is on the book.
Well, you know, initially when I started the book, it was about, I got into drugs pretty bad as a teenager and actually ended up in a coma in 2000.
Wow.
And after completing the book, it became less and less about addiction. It actually became more and more about the patterns I had developed over my life that made me self-destructive. And after I finished the first draft of the book, I realized that it was actually about breaking those kind of patterns and recognizing that I was killing myself, not the drugs. So it was an interesting process to go through.
Yeah, and that's something too it's hard to talk about.
Sure.
That's something that's really hard to let the public know, that thing about your past, but obviously you've moved on from it, and kind of I'm sure you're trying to have other people read it too and kind of see if they've maybe gone through the same thing.
Well, and the more that I get out there and the more that I tell my story and what led me to get into that lifestyle, the more common I find that it is, and people there is a taboo and nobody wants to admit the mistakes that they make, and this was the best solution for me to move forward, I guess.
Great. Okay, now the book comes out in July.
Yes.
And you'll be performing tonight as well in Newburgh.
Yep.
So you're going to give us a little sampling. Now, what are you going to play for us today?
You know, we'll play something a little lighthearted today. I'm releasing 2 EPs in July, one that goes along with the book that's more about my life struggle, and then the one that's just fun with my band. So.
Okay, great. Well, take it away.
Dressed as stone, won't you let me in? Or I'll tear everyone down like it's paper thin. All of these girls got nothing on me. They may have everything you want, I got what you need. You on the throne, the women at your feet. I will walk across each of their backs, babe, and take you with me. Fortress of stone, won't you let me in? Or I'll tear every wall down like it's paper thin. You're not a fighter, you're not a thief. You just never had one woman love you quite like me. I'm not a liar, I'm not a thief, but I'll rip all your walls down, babe, to steal what's underneath. Fortress of stone, would you let me in? Or I'll tear everyone down. So that's kind of a little piece of it anyway.
It's beautiful. I love your voice.
Thank you.
Very, very unique. Okay, so we're performing tonight at Cafe Arazu in Newburgh.
Yeah.
Correct?
Arazu.
Okay, we were correct. That is all that matters. Kole Hansen, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Now let's be talking to Destination Forecast with Tom.